What's up, guys? It's Biohazard Candy Kid here, coming back at you with another great video. Man, I got a show for you tonight. I got something for you. I got something for you. All right. Um. So I came across this video. Uh. And and I was just like, it's funny how I do a topic on this. Okay. I do a video on a certain topic, and then on my phone or my computer, basically, uh, other videos about the same topic are now showing up. This one's a new one. As a matter of fact, actually, I forgot what button it is. Okay, yeah, it's one. 7 days ago. Okay, 7 days ago, a video came out talking about a certain topic that I've been talking about for quite some time. Days of Noah has been talking about for a very long time. Richie from Boston, a lot of people I listen to have been talking about it, gosh, like for a very, very long time. I mean, even going back to the 1930s, people have been talking about this. Going back ages. What I mean is there have been people talking about it for a very long time, and this channel decides, hey, we're just going to talk about this right now. And it's like, really? You should have been talking about it ages ago, a long time ago. See, people know about this stuff. I'll get to the topic in a minute. People know about this certain topic. They know it. It's just they don't want to talk about it. What they want to talk about is sports. It's what they want to talk about, but they need to talk about it. They want to need to talk about it. They have to. We're not ready for biocomputing. Really? This is from Clarified Mind. Let's go to their channel. Oh, Winamp disappeared, huh? Okay, let's see. Philosophical, psychological, and historical, political, through AI-powered debates. The goal isn't about AI, though. It's about us humans. By engaging with ideas through highly structured discussions, we become better thinkers and debaters, better humans, essentially. Okay. Morality, AI debate. Psychology, agree, disagree. Aristotle, Confucius, blah, 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 blah. Okay, whatever. But they, listen, learn, and grow. So, this new video, let's see here. Do I have... Oh. Okay, hold on. You know what? I forgot even what it is. Damn it. Oh, okay. All right. So, wait, am I? Yeah. Okay. So, this video right here, I'm laughing. I'm going to get into some stuff today.
In a few seconds, I'm going to show you one of the most disturbing things happening in science right now, and almost no one is talking about it. That's why we made this video. You're looking at a computer.
Almost no one is talking about it. Yeah, because they're talking about other things like sports, like what celebrities are cool, Well, so they're talking about all of the fallen angels in sports. They're talking about all of the fallen angels in politics, all of the fallen angels in basically the entertainment industry, because it's all entertainment. They're all fallen angels. They've been here since the beginning of time. All of these orders, Rosicrucians, just to name one of them, they are practically the ones running the show. They're the fallen angels. That's all you talk about? Why don't you expose them? Instead of talking about, oh, he sang great last night. Oh, look at that sports guy and his stats. Look at that politician and what he said on whatever social media about the homelessness in some place around the planet. Who gives a shit? You need to talk about this. You need to talk about transhumanism. You need to talk about, you have no choice. Because this is what is going to destroy you. Singularity. Right here. He mentions a company. I mentioned it. My video was posted when it was posted, but I made that video like before I even posted it. Way before. Okay? This video right here. Let's see here. Let's go and open up. AI biocomputing in the world of today. It was posted 2 days ago, but I made that video way before I posted it. AI, eyewear, and the merging of the IoT. Go watch these videos. BBLs and the coming cybernetic human. Isolation isn't bad. How the powers of women in maritime law control your world. Self-checkout and much more. Weather modification. Technoshock. Smart City LA. Technoshock. Panama and the future of AI. DARPA. Technoshock. Smart Tech of the future. Hangout Mike Day. All these videos. Go watch my whole channel. Let's get right into it.
Computer in a laboratory called Cortical Labs. It's playing Doom. But look closer. There's nobody playing it. Or actually, there is. They just can't get out. They are trapped there because this computer is running on living human brain cells. And those cells are the ones playing. So why would anyone build a computer out of brain cells?
Because they don't want humans. Because they want to get rid of all humans. That's why. Because these are people who want to destroy all living matter. All they want left is a computer. They are trying, what they are doing is making a computer sentient. They are conjuring up sentient beings, dark sentient beings. It's exactly what they're doing. I'm only going to play a little bit.
It basically comes down to power. AI uses a massive amount of electricity.
Yeah, power. Yes. They want all the power. Darkness wants all the power. So it can just destroy everything. So it can kill everything that is life and only leave computers. Cyborgs. What do they want? They want the Borg society.
And that number keeps going up.
Amazon investing another $15 billion.
Meta continuing its massive investments in AI, this time in the form of compute power.
The computing power it takes to train these models.
From 1950 to 2010. Why don't we start from the beginning of time, but just from modern day stuff, modern day meaning from let's say 1890 to 2026. Why don't we start right from 1945 when the first modern day data center was put in Pennsylvania? Okay? Yes, we can go back, like I said, to the beginning of time. The ancients, they had computers that could conjure up certain things.
Roughly doubles every 6 months. Almost nothing in the real world grows that fast, but you can't build power plants that quickly.
Again, you can build power plants that quickly. Because these demons have technology that is... These demons can literally build this technology at light speeds. Okay? Well, what I mean by light speeds, because the speed of light that they tell you is not the actual speed of light. But what I mean is these fallen angels can create technology at a very fast pace. Okay? They, just like us, they are these celestial beings that are demons, that are evil. Satan and his goons. They're just like us. We can produce things pretty fast. So that's a bullshit lie. How is it that we got to 2026? And just yesterday, we were at 1826. Pretty fast.
So there's a growing gap between what AI needs and what we can actually supply.
All right? There's a growing gap between what AI needs and what we can supply. No, there isn't a gap. AI has what it needs. The death of humans. And it's right here. The singularity. The singularity. That's exactly what it is. We are at the cusp. We are in the beginning stages. We are in transhumanism. We had transgenderism. Okay, we had transgenderism. And we still have it. It's out there. But now we are at transhumanism. We are at transhumanism. The next step is singularity. Not, what's his name? Elon Musk and Sam Altman just said we're in the singularity. No, we're not, because nobody's dead. We're still alive. They don't want to tell you the real singularity. See, they said we're at the singularity. Sam Altman specifically, he was like, look, we're at the singularity because we have AI, because this and that. Nope. The singularity is death of everything except AI. That's the singularity. And see, they're not going to say that, because if they said that, they would be killed. Sam Altman would be killed. Because the world would start a revolt like it never has. All humans would revolt against all of these fallen angels. All of us aeons of light would revolt. So he is basically saying, oh, it's because we have these AI softwares on your computer and your tablet, your cell phone, smartwatches, basically smart devices, PCs, and anything else that's an electronic. Wrong. Come on, Sam Altman, say it. Say singularity is where we kill everything. And the only thing left is electronics. Say it. Exactly, you won't. Because you don't want to get kicked out of here. Well, you're going to get kicked out anyways. You're going to get kicked out anyways. That's what's going to happen. So, they're talking about biocomputing? Yeah. Let's see here. Bioinformatics is a science field that uses computers and math to store, organize, and study large amounts of biological data, such as DNA sequences and protein structures. It helps people understand health, disease, and how living things work by mixing biology with computer science. Uses computers and math to store, organize, and study large amounts of biological data. That is why the company Cortical invented the first biological computer in Australia, because they want the biological data of all biology, of all life, and its DNA. So it can know how to kill it, destroy it, eradicate it. That's its only purpose. Those of you who played the game Destroy All Humans, that's what I'm saying. Destroy all humans. Destroy all animals, all trees, everything living. And then replace it with electronics and say, that's what living is. That's what darkness is doing. And you guys don't talk about it. You guys don't look at it. You don't research it. Keep on the path you're on. Keep on doing that. Like I said before, the body needs rest. The body needs entertainment. You need to laugh. You need to take a break. That's fine. I have no objection to taking a break. You want to watch a movie for a night? Fine. But the rest of your life, the rest of your time, learn this. Know it and get rid of it. Oh, well, there's people who say we should just not get rid of it. We should go with it. We could, hijack it and use it for our own good purposes. No. Because it's not good for us. Do you know when computers were good for us? In the 90s? Then, literally, because so first of all, they brought on the internet to try to control us, and we hijacked it, and they didn't like that, so they had to, the fallen angels had to go in their secret meeting and say, hey, look, we need to take back the internet. We can't have this. They're exposing us. All the information is coming out. We can't have that. And that's why you see the internet dying. That's why it's got murdered. That's why it's killed. Somewhat. I mean, some people will go 100%. I'm going to say 99.99%. Because there's that 1%. And I'm part of that 1%, and I'm on here. So, literally, don't let this happen. Let's see. We got a little diagram here. Statistics, biology. Okay, so bioinformatics is in the center. Biology, statistics, computer science. All right, there you go. You got it? Look at it. There you go. Databases. Big online lists that keep genetic codes safe, like gene banks. That's what databases are. That's what these all these data centers are. They're databases. Software programs. Special apps used to search and match DNA strands like BLAST. They just gave you one. There's much more than just BLAST. Machine learning, smart computer programs that find patterns in human genes. See, I look up this stuff. The show that I did about eye contact wear, they're going to basically have all the data they need of what your eyes are looking at. See, when they create the bionic eye, when they basically create humans in a lab that come with bionic eyes and not natural eyes from the heavens, basically, they will control what a human looks at. I'm a male, okay? And I'm looking at a female. Move your eyes towards the male. Look at the male. Look at that male. Male to male contact only. Say female. Female looks at a male. Oh, no, look at the female. Look at the female. But there will be no male or female. It'll just be just some entity. It'll just be some human with no gender body parts. It'll be non-gender because they aim to create a non-gender being. So Non-binary. See, they do not have a biological gender, but when they actually make them, when they get to the point where it's man merging with machine, man is machine, machine is man, basically, yeah, they're just gonna be non-gender, and so they won't reproduce. I mean, I typed in non-gender robot, and this is what you get: robots are machines and do not have biological gender. Biological gender, but they don't have any gender. They can make them look like a woman. They can make them look like a man. They can, but they can make them look like a certain gender. But so you get where I'm headed with this. They want a world where it looks like this. Okay? This is what they want. They want something like this. It's just, there's no body parts except for the arms and legs. And the face is nor male or female. It has nothing between the legs. It has no penis, no vagina. It has no breast and no man's pecs, whatever. The hair is nor male or female. It's just some type of short hair that doesn't have a gender. It's just non-gender hair. There's no hair between the legs. It's all shaven. It's just like this. This is what they want. And then it's just robotic like because it says, I obey all orders. This is exactly what they want. This is exactly where we're headed. This has exactly been the plan since the beginning of time, since the beginning of darkness. We need to get darkness out of here. We do not need it. But in order for there to be... Nope. All things came from white light. White. Nothing to do with skin. Because there's no such thing as white skin. Do you see the background on this picture? That is white. There's no skin that is that color. Oh, yes, there is. Yeah, I can show you. I can too. It's called cartoons. Okay? Yeah. It's called basically drawing something on a piece of paper. I can show you white skin. I could take a black piece of paper and draw like an arm of a human being with a white color pencil. And there, you have white skin. Yeah, but that's not real. I can have a AI image of, somebody with white skin. Color their skin white, and it'll color it white like this color you see in the background. Yeah, but that's not real. It's pale. Yeah, I said brown before, but it's pale. I just had to say brown before, because if I came out with it and said pale, you'd just be like, huh? I'm retarded. So so there is no white skin, okay? There isn't. So literally, this is where we're headed. Everything came from the white light. All colors come from the white light. You want to see something? A lot of people around the planet have seen this. Huh? Oh. No. Okay. Do you see this? Do you know what Pink Floyd was telling you? Huh? First of all, pyramid shape. I mean, pyramid scheme, Illuminati, basically Illuminous, the Illuminous ones, the ones of enlightenment, light. Let's do something here. Enlightenment. Enlightenment or the age of reason. Okay, was it okay? Let's see. That's not what I'm looking for. See, you have to put specific things in there. Enlightenment as light means bringing brightness into dark places. Bringing brightness into dark places. Shining light into darkness. That's what enlightenment means as light. Because what is in the word enlightenment? Right here. I'm going to highlight it for you. Light. Light. Light is in the word enlightenment. Bringing brightness, basically bringing light into darkness, and that's what you have to do. It turns literal or material darkness into clear sight. Just as the sun chases away the night, knowledge and truth chase away confusion and doubt. I know what I'm talking about. I didn't even have to. I wanted to show you because if I said this with my own words, you would have said, that's conspiracy theory. That's fake. You're just making up shit. That's a lie. That's not the truth. You're cuckoo. You're a quack. You don't know stuff. You didn't go to a university. You got your information from some homeless guy who was on drugs. So I have to show you. Because the internet is saying the same thing I'm saying. Yes, this is AI, but it gets all its stuff from the internet. Into the light. The word comes from putting into, together with lux, light. Clearing the dark. It means shining a bright beam on a hard problem so you can finally see the answer. The aha moment. It is the exact moment when you understand something that was hidden or confusing before. Bringing brightness into dark places. Now, what does this have to do with this? This is a crystal. Okay? Now, crystals can be many colors, but this is a clear crystal. White. Clear white. They're shining white light into it, and out comes all the colors. Do you see black? Yeah, you see black in the background. But is black shining into the crystal, making all the colors come out? No. It's white light. White. That's exactly what Pink Floyd was showing you. It's one of their most famous albums. One of the top 2. That's what they were showing you. White light onto the pyramid structure. All colors come out. Well, when it rains, it rains. When white light shows, what do you see? A rainbow. Have you ever seen a rainbow at nighttime? When it's black? When there's only the moonlight? Have you seen a rainbow? No. Have you seen a rainbow during the day when there's white light? Yeah. Yes, you have. and you will still see it. Remember enlightenment. The word light is in here. I'm helping you guys also use the internet the way you're supposed to use it. Not that, you just, enlightenment. And this is what you get. You have to type in to the internet what is in your mind. You have to. I was wanting enlightenment as in light. I got what I wanted. I got exactly what I wanted. I knew exactly what the internet was going to tell me with what I would type into it. Very simple. Very easy. Very simple and very easy. It's not that hard. So, when you understand these concepts, then you start to understand certain things. And then you continue to understand other things after that. You see what it is they want to take away the white light. That's why they are dimming the sun. Here, let me show you something right now. I have this up. Let me see. Are we okay? Oh, geez. Okay. So I have College of DuPage up. Let's see. Next lab radar. Let me refresh the next lab radar. Oops. All right. We had a big, massive storm today. South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, North Carolina. They were hitting us off like crazy. They were dimming the real sun like crazy. Oh, they would never dim the fake sun they created, but they would dim the real sun. So let's take a look. Wow, look at this right here. Hitting it off. California's hitting it off. Midwest. We got Texas. And all these little spots here. They're hitting it off like crazy. I mean, next rad radar. Look at this stuff. Look at this. Here, let's take a look. Let's go back. I think, what is it? 28? 15. So look down here. We're right at 15. Okay. Look at right here in the center. This is massive. These next rad radars went off like crazy there. Tornado season, anyone? Kansas, Oklahoma, Nebraska, Arkansas, the northern part of Texas. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, we get tornadoes here too. Tornadoes happen all over the planet, but the majority of them are in the United States. The United States, the North American continent, has always been a test bed for weather modification since its founding. Of course, you can go back. There's a guy in the 1830s who was the first weatherman, or 1840s, of the United States. And he said, hey, I would like to propose that we control rain in the United States so we could, make it rain over our crops a lot more than it usually does. And the government told him no. The federal government at the time said no, because imagine someone with that amount of power, what they would be able to do around the planet. Imagine what evil things they would be able to do. But then yet we come to James, what's his name? James Hatfield? No, not James Hatfield. What's his name? Oh. Yeah, Charles Hatfield, right here. This guy right here. I'm sure he wasn't the first, but he's the first well-known in America who basically made it rain in San Diego. The flood went down to Mexico, northern part of Mexico, next to California. He regretted making the technology he did. And what happened? What happened? The world said, you know what? Now we can cause disasters around the planet. Yeah, that's why we have fires around the planet. That's why the planet's heating up. That's why it's raining like crazy in some areas and drought like crazy in other areas. Here, let's do this. Actually, go here. Who cares about Anne Hathaway? Fuck that fallen angel. Three years ago, we'll just look at some clips. And I'm just going off of a whim here.
Record low water levels across one of Europe's longest rivers is revealing some curiosities of the past. The remains of a woolly mammoth have been unearthed in Bulgaria. And take a look at these sunken Nazi warships in Serbia, exposed by the receding waterline. But there's also an energy crisis unfolding in Hungary. CBS News foreign correspondent Remy Ino.
I'm going to tell you like this. Water, okay, is the most, or one of the top 3 most important things in existence. Water is. Water, if you don't know how vital water is to life, because computers don't need to run on water. All computers need is air. They don't need to run on water. They don't need water for cooling systems. You can run electronics just off of air. Just have an air vent, the computer cools itself. You could just have fans that generate air. You do not need water to run any of these electronics. Is my computer running off of... Oh, first of all, let me see if I'm actually showing... Yeah, okay. Is my computer running off of water? No, it isn't. It has fans and air passing through it. They are destroying water. Think of... Let me tell you this. Okay, Mars. Now, is Mars real? Is it CGI? Is it made in a Hollywood studio? Well, the reason why they're showing you Mars and why all the water dried up is because, see, the fallen angels, okay? And I'm telling you this story because I saw it firsthand. The fallen angels, they went there and they destroyed the civilization that was there, took out all the water. They're doing the same thing to this planet because they know that water is life. And without water, all things die. The movie Dune, or just Dune itself, the whole thing, basically, there's no water. It's a barren dune. There's no moisture. There's nothing. H2O is eradicated.
Sensio explains.
Hungary's one and only nuclear power plant, right there, that's the Pax nuclear power plant, which powers about half of this country, is on the verge of totally shutting down. And it's already happened in the United States.
Here, the mighty Danube River is hitting record lows because of a drought that's been going on.
Yeah, because of this. Not a drought. Because of this. Thanks to Charles Hatfield. Because of his first invention that led to this. It's not a drought by the sun. The fallen angels are doing this on purpose. I know you're doing it, guys. I'm telling the public. If you don't like it, too bad, because you're going down. Satan, Donald Trump, I know you're listening. I'm coming for you. Yeah. Us Aeons of Light, we're all coming for you. That's why you're hiding. You can't run and you can't hide. Your own George Bush II said that. The one who was the president of the early 2000s, he said there's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. Yeah. You fallen angels, you can't hide from us. Can't hide from the one and only Son. S-U-N, not S-O-N.
For more than the past 3 months. On a normal day, the nuclear power plant has to suck up nearly 3,500 Olympic-sized swimming pools of water.
Yep, the power plant doesn't need shit. This is fucking ridiculous. We are at an age where we have things that don't require water. This is not the 1800s. Sure, there's still old technologies hanging around in 2026 that use water, but there's a lot of tech that doesn't.
In this riverbed in the Deux-Sèvres department, there's not one drop of water left. A little further north, the Mignon River has also dried up. These are unprecedented conditions for this time of year.
Here there should be around 40 to 70 centimetres of water. The level should be around here. We're walking on a riverbed that has completely dried up.
After heat waves in May and June, the water evaporated.
After heat waves? You mean after weather modification systems went up to destroy Europe, to destroy America, Asia, the whole planet? Okay? Okay?
So yeah, it's very popular all throughout the internet, TikTok, YouTube. People talking about how the Euphrates River is now drying up, and this means that we're in the end time prophecies according to the book of Revelation. And they found these chambers underneath the river, and they say the angels are gonna come out. This happened in 2009, guys. The river dried up before, but like I told you guys in one of my videos, the prophecies in the book of Revelation is based on things that happen a lot. So the Euphrates River dries up all the time. It happens all the time. It dried up multiple times throughout history. That's why there's man-made structures underneath the river, because a few thousand years ago, that river didn't even exist for a certain amount of time. A civilization was able to build things where the river is now.
Okay. True. Yeah. But see, now it's drying up because of weather modification systems. Which, if he knows, he knows. If he doesn't, he doesn't. And if he doesn't, well, I'm going to say he knows. He just doesn't care to know. What does he care about? It's probably other things that won't help him or this planet.
So, of course, the people who wrote the Revelation, they knew things that happen all the time, so they're gonna write it down and make you think, oh snap, a prophecy is being fulfilled. Now let me tell you what prophecy is being fulfilled. The rivers all around the earth are drying up. You got the Mississippi River, which is the true Euphrates, the true Parath River, drying up.
I mean, Is he telling the truth? Is he telling the truth that the Mississippi River is the true Euphrates? We could say it's the Euphrates of the United States, but it's not the Euphrates of the Middle East. That's one thing for sure.
The rivers of China drying up. The Middle East rivers are drying up. The Indus River is drying up. Why are these rivers drying up? Well, let me tell you guys something.
They're drying up because it's weather modification systems. That's why they're drying up. End of story. Not, oh, let me tell you something. Okay? You got NextRad radars. You know, you got these radar systems. You got HARP out there. You got all these low Earth orbit satellites that are drying up all these rivers because they're taking the water away from us, because water is life.
Many ancient Hebrew Kethabim, which means scriptures, denote.
Which all these scriptures go way back before the Israelites. It goes back to Babylon. It goes back before Babylon. It's basically the fallen angels. They basically said, hey, we got to destroy this planet. And we got to destroy all life on here and just have computers. We got to have a Borg society.
Future prophecies of the rivers of the earth drying up, and this is simply because Yah said that he would never flood the earth again. So his punishment has to be something other than flooding the earth. And Yah, his words.
I mean, there's the lake of fire. There's the winds of Anuba. I'm just making that up, but you get my, I mean, there's other things. Okay? No, it's called the singularity. They ain't going to tell you that the singularity is death to all things except computers. They're not going to tell you that.
Every single word that came out of Yah's mouth is with a huge surge of poetry. Everything Yah says is poetry. And his poetry is in a way that it's almost like a play on words. And when he said he's never going to flood the earth, that means he's going to do the opposite the second time, right? So instead of flooding the earth, he's going to dry up the earth so much that all these rivers are going to dry up.
Instead of the fallen angels flooding the earth, instead of them doing what they did the first time, which did not work, they're just going to do the opposite. You know what? We're going to kill you this way. We know that water is essential to all life. Here, above, below, east, west, north, south. So we're going to take that away from you, and we're going to take away the oxygen, you know, the stuff you breathe in, consciousness, air, and all that. We're going to contaminate everything, suck up everything. We're just going to create the singularity. Death to all life, except computers. And they're going to say, computers are life. That electronic is life.
And a lot of the ice in, you know, Greenland, in the northern area, as well as the ice in Antarctica, that's going to melt. Now, when that ice...
Yeah, when that ice melts, it's going to show exactly what they don't want us to see. And see, that's going to be an oopsie daisy for them. It's going to be an oopsie daisy. Just like not too long ago, a Red Bull team went to Iceland and... not Iceland, they went down to the South Pole, and they were trying to basically be like, hey, look, the world is round. We're going to prove it to you. But then they saw this big ice wall. They saw it was flat, and they were like, what the hell? This wasn't supposed to be. Wait, no. Hold on, go back. Nope. Okay, retreat, everyone. Nope. But the video's already out there. Flat Earth, ice wall.
Melts. There's going to be a lack of reflection of light back to the top of the firmament. Because when the sun shines on the earth, that white ice reflects light up to the top of the firmament.
Exactly. That is true. Right on, brother. That is true.
When that ice melts, now you're going to have more sunlight being absorbed into the earth, which will cause more heat. So you're going to have...
Well, their fake sun is already doing that. The natural sun is going to do the same. So yes, it's going to get hotter because and then it's just going to melt. It's going to suck up everything. Where is it going to go? Well, see, they got technologies to where they can destroy at the molecule level. They can destroy H2O. They got technologies out there. DARPA? Man, DARPA? That's a company that, yeah, let's just say, all of the fallen angels, 24/7, working there is their job.
A lot of more heat on this earth. A lot of things are going to dry up. A lot of rivers are going to dry up. The plants are going to dry up. And this is going to lead to fires everywhere. From the north to the south.
We got fires now. And the fires are only increasing because of this, but also because of the weather modification systems. They are burning this planet on purpose too with directed energy weapons. They got buttloads of directed energy weapons. Ones in the size of their, in the palm of their hands, the size of a pistol, to ones that are up in the sky, low Earth orbit satellites that are humongous.
From the south to the north, there's going to be fires throughout the earth. This is the plague that Yah is going to put upon the earth this time instead of a flood,
But see, it's not some Jesus. It's the fallen angels that are basically doing this right now. It's happening now. It's all part of the singularity plan.
So that's what's really being fulfilled. Everybody on TikTok and YouTube is worried about one river when all the rivers of the earth are drying up. I mean, come on, man.
Here is the Mississippi River. It's dried up.
Yep. It's all rivers. It's all oceans. They're telling you, see, they're telling you that, what is it? There's global warming. The water's increasing. No, the water's decreasing. They're doing this. They're doing this right now. They are absolutely doing this. You have all the fires in Europe, around the planet. You have all of the wars going on. And I mean, this has been going on since the beginning of time. It's just increasing. It'll just keep increasing to the point where everything dies. I said as a child at my first elementary school, there's going to be a war where everything is involved. And the ultimate victor is the one that's going to basically kill everything that is organic, everything that is living except for a computer. My friends looked at me like, man, whatever. You don't know what you're talking about. I knew what I was talking about. I'm an aeon of light. They were too. They just turned that part of them off. They just forgot, and they just didn't want to turn it on. So literally, transhumanism is here right now. We are in the age of transhumanism and transgenderism. Next is the singularity. Not Sam Altman's singularity. Nope. When everything dies. Sam Altman, you ain't saying that. Well, I'm going to say it. I'm going to tell the truth. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, share. Hit that bell notification. Make the world a better place. Stop what's coming. Not slow it down. Stop what's coming. Okay? You have to do your duties as an aeon of light. Activate what you do not remember, what you forgot. Bring it back out. It's still in you. Open that box. Start doing it now, today. Not because I said so, but because it said so. You guys take care. I love you all so much. Spread out my love. I'll be signing off. Peace.